Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're gonna put the shoe right on the right side. Remember, we're using on semantics and normal CSS, I guess. So we're gonna put the shoe here. I think I already have the shoe on my project. Do I? Let me just check that out. Images. Yes, I already have some bunch of shoes here. So I'm gonna use one of the shoes. Alright, so this is where we left off, right? Remember, I already have the demarcation, so it's to put the shoe now on this side. And don't worry, I'm going to also what did I want to also do? I'm going to also make it responsive as well. At the end of when I'm done, I'm going to make it responsive. Okay, so let's go on now. This is the last thing we did. So we have a grid here, 100, right? And then another div inside of it of 40. So that means we're left with 60. So I'm going to go here and say with 60, right? So this is where I want to put my image inside. So I'm just going to go ahead and put another div. Not really because I need to, but I just want to. I'm gonna put another div inside of it, right? So we'll have our image. Here. So let's go ahead and select that image. So img. Now which shoe do we use now? And let's start with this one first. Or let's start with this one. I think this is BB. This is black and black. Alright, so use this and then like just say Nike shoe or something like that, right? So I expect it now to be I expect it not to be scaled, so I'm gonna look at that and see how it is right now. Okay, so it's a bit big, right? Is it as big as this? Let's see. Well, okay, so that means we need to make it smaller a little bit, right? Okay, so since we use the div, remember we use the div inside this grid. So this div now, so we can just come here and give it a style, and let's say all around padding, right? So say padding 20 pixels, and then we'll see. And then we'll see how it is. Hopefully it might be now be smaller. Okay, it looks smaller. Alright, so that's fine. We can go with that, right? Alright, so remember I said I'm going to set in the way that when I click on all this here, as I click on them, the different shoes will be showing. Right now I haven't wired that up yet. I haven't implemented that. I just want to finish the footer and then we'll come back to this and then I'll make it responsive. Okay, so I've put the image here right now. So let's go to the footer. So you notice now there's a space here first of all, right? There's a space here before we get to this thing here. Right, so I'm going to make a space. I think the last time we did that with this up here with a class, so I'm just going to use that class to implement that. Okay, I don't want to also maybe style this to make it, because I don't think it's exactly the same right now, because you can see here now, here is smaller and then here is, so we're going to make it still going to make it smaller. Okay, we'll get to that later, or I can do it now, depends. Alright, so here now, let's see where this one connects to. Okay, this is 100. So here now I can have another div and just say clear, right? So this should take care of that. Here, let me just do this. I can set the width to make it smaller. Let's say just reduce it a little bit, 70%. I think that should be fine. I'll check it later. Alright, so if you can hear noise in the background, please try and ignore that, okay? Alright, and please let me know what you think about the sound. I don't know, I'm testing out new stuff for my sound. I want to make the sound good for you, and so let me know what you think about the sound. So right now we have to do this. Remember, this now runs from the end to the end, so we can use grid 100, right? End to end. Alright, so we use grid 100 and then we're going to give it a background color of black, and then we'll start adding our other boxes inside. So basically now I can use 2 boxes to make it easy for me. So I can just put 2 boxes here and then maybe give a space. So I'll use a prefix here and then give this one a grid, and then maybe give this one a grid, and then maybe use a suffix here. Depends, right? So this is one way I can decide to do it. Alright, okay, so let's do that now. So right here I can say grid 100, right? So that gives me my grid of 100. Then I can also just, because I'm gonna add a lot of class, well, not a lot of styles, sure, but you know, I can come here and now say footer. What am I typing? Come here and now say footer, right? And then from here, yeah, what's going on? So from here I can now make my typing better. So I can say background color black, right? Then is there any other thing I need to do? Yeah, I don't think there's any other thing right now I need to do. So background color black. Then I just maybe need to work on this grid, this stuff inside of it, right? So there are two grids now that I need to do, and they're not exactly in the center, if you notice. So remember this line here, we can use this line, right? I remember we said this one is 40, so I can almost do the same thing here, right? So I can definitely give this one 40 and maybe give this one something like 60, right? So let's do that. So I'm going to say grid, but I'm not going to say grid 40, right? So I'm going to say grid, let's say grid 15, right? So having grid 15 now, I can now give it a prefix of the remaining of these 40, right? But before we go into that, why don't we just say prefix, and let's say something like 25, right? And then we can do something like that here and say the other one that is supposed to be 60, so let's give it grid 30, right? Are we giving it prefix? Well, no suffix yet. So yeah, so what did they write in all these things? Sorry, what did they write in all these things? Enjoy 15% off. Okay, I can do that. Why don't I use a span instead of a div? I think that will be fine for me. I think I'll use a span, but let's see. What did they say? Enjoy 15% off. Okay, so let's change this to a span and not a div, so that it just be easy for me to work with. Oh, sorry, span. Okay, I think that's fine. Span. Okay, good stuff. So that way they can, you know, float easily, in case, so that I don't have to worry much about CSS stuff. Then I think I should give this a height, this footer, because it's going to not automatically just take this enjoy, but I want it to be space, so I'll probably give it a height of about 50 pixels. I think that should be fine. Give it a height and then make the color white, because by default it's going to be black and I don't want it to be black because the background is black. So I'm gonna make it white. Then I want to try and align the text to the center, so I'll say text align center. Then let's put them in the middle as well, so I'm going to say vertical align baseline or middle. Let's see middle. I think it's middle. Let's see middle. If it doesn't work, we'll try baseline or center or something like that. Then let's give it a space at the bottom, margin bottom. What should I give? 50 pixels again? 50 might be too big. Let's say 30 pixels or 20 pixels. I don't know. Okay, let's try 25 pixels just to be in the middle and see. Okay, so I think this should be fine. Yep. Okay, what did they write here? So let's see. We're still gonna come and style this. This one is sign up to our newsletter and receive 15% off your first order. Okay, let's write this. Sign up to our newsletter and receive 15% off your first order. Okay, so let's see where we are at now and see what's missing. Oh, okay, so I think this one has to be bold. Where is it? This one has to be bold. I think that vertical align I did not work, so I'll try baseline. So this one has to be in the middle. This one has to be, sorry, what's it called now? It has to be bold, right? So I'm going to make that bold. Then I'm going to make this one smaller, and then do that vertical align. Okay, so let's go back to the code. So first of all, I'm going to do baseline here. Baseline, hope that works. Then here I'm going to give it a class of since we're already using footer here, so let's say footer 1. Anyways, I came up with a really good naming convention for you to name your classes. I think you can easily just name it what's it called now? Okay, I think it lost me just now. I lost it. I think you can name it. You can actually name it where you position, where you're actually targeting. You can use that class to name it, or what you are trying to do, right? So let's say you want to style the header, right? You can ask. Let's say you want to style the button in your header. Let's assume there's a button in your header, right? You can now say something like you can now say something like this. Sorry, you can now say something like header button, right? You can say something like this. That'll be fine. So that way, if someone is looking at your code, it's easier for them to understand. So let's say you have a drop down, or you want to do a drop down, header drop down, right? So it's cool like that. So that way it's easier for you to have a better naming convention, so you don't end up doing things like I did here, doing BLK, and then someone's wondering, what are you writing, man? So you don't want to have to make another developer go through some pain looking at your code. It's not the best practice. All right, so set footer 1. So footer 1, what do we want to do? You want to say font weight, and then we'll make it bold, right? I think that's all that we should do. Then this is what I want now. Let's say footer 2. Let's say footer 2. Remember, you can also, if you learn nesting, you can also use a child selector, right? So I can maybe say this now, footer, and then I can say span. But the thing with this one now is that there are 2 spans here, right? So there's a way you can now select the first span, like give me the first child, right? Like the nth value, that kind of thing. So you can look that up, but I'm not teaching that right now, so I'm not going to be talking about that. Okay, so here, let's see. This is footer 2. Okay, so footer 2 now, I'm gonna say the same thing now. Font weight. What do I give it now? Can I give it lighter? Does that even make sense? Lighter. Let's see. Okay, this is still on top. Oh. It has not gone down. It's still on top. Okay, let me see something. Okay. This is smaller, so I guess I'm supposed to do the font size, actually, not font width. Although font width is still kind of cool. Let me see. Font size is fine. I can leave both of them. So I'm gonna say font size, and let's use something like 12 pixels for now, and let's see. Okay, so 12 pixels, and then we'll see. Then for this one now that is not staying in the middle, what can we do? We can definitely use a margin top for it, right? Can I use a margin top for it? Yeah, bye. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna use a padding, right? I'm gonna say padding top. I'm gonna say padding top, and I'm gonna set it to 17 pixels. I think that should work. Oh my goodness. I think that should work, and then we'll see. What am I listening? Okay, so okay, that's really fine. Okay, so you see that works out very well. Alright. If we wanted, we could even do some maybe padding the bottom or something, but I think it's fine this way, and all this works out just quite well. Let's see how it looks now. Okay, so it's almost the same thing now. This and this is almost the same thing. Alright. So if I wanted, I could maybe just add the padding here or something, or margin bottom to maybe push it up or something, or margin top and use a minus to raise it up a bit. So I think that's fine. So if you like this so far, because I'm going to stop here right now, next time I'm going to be automating this so that you can see how it works. So if you like this so far, please like and subscribe. Also, please hit the notification bell, because it really helps me a lot, and it helps the YouTube algorithm to actually show this video to more people. Okay, thank you so much. Let me know what you think. Right, I've been Ola, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.